Hi, this is Kim, or Adverse Camber 42, and tonight, for one night only, and being somewhat topical given the film only came out last week, I am going to be playing Iron Lung on Steam. So this is my first time playing this game too, so be aware that there may be teething issues. Also, be aware it's an indie game, but it is a horror game, so if that's not your cup of tea, do bear that in mind. So anyway, we begin. Let me just introduce myself. So I'm Kim, or Two. My main stream is usually live Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. GMT and Saturdays at 5 p.m. GMT, where I'm currently playing Black Myth Wukong on PlayStation 5. I do sometimes play some other games on the side, just as and when I have a couple of free hours. At the moment, I'm playing Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories on PlayStation 4 during the week, and on a Sunday, I am playing The Wolf Among Us on Steam. I have an Adverse Camber 42 Blue Sky account where I'll always let you know where I'm going to pop on and play in case you want to join me, see where I'm at, offer advice, or give me suggestions of what you want to see next. I also have an Adverse Camber 42 YouTube channel where old episodes are put up usually within a day of airing here. In case you want to catch up anything I've played so far, I'm a variety streamer, I've got varied taste, and there's a lot on there right now, including Silent Hill F, Bloodborne, Disco Elysium, Dredge, House of Ashes, Lies of P, Goodbye Volcano High, Psychonauts 1 and 2, Bug Snacks, Tales from the Borderlands, Alone in the Dark, the 2024 version. Do check them out if you're interested. I am also one half of Things Are Getting Strange, a Twin Peaks Rewatch podcast. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes go up on a Thursday at 8 p.m. GMT. We're reviewing the series one episode at a time. There's currently about 5 episodes up there for you to check out, as well as our previous seasons where we rewatched and reviewed all of the X-Files and Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. Please, as I say, check it out if you're interested, and if you can afford to do so, consider supporting the Things Are Getting Strange Patreon. It helps keep the lights on and gives you access to things you can't get anywhere else, which includes a full Let's Play of the 1998 X-Files FMV game for the original PlayStation. Anyhow, hi Info Shark, hope you're well, I just saw you pop up there. Let's get this party started. So I'm sat in the reptile room and it's after hours. I don't normally sit playing here this week, so Biggles the Raw Python is kind of eyeing me up at the moment. Hopefully I don't scare him when I jump out my skin, inevitably in 10 seconds time. So, let's just check the settings first. Apply. I wondered if it was going to tell me the controls anywhere, but it's not. But let's go, new game. Decades ago, every known star and habitable planet vanished, leaving only those who were on space stations or starships. This event became known as the Quiet Rapture. With supplies dwindling and infrastructure crumbling, survivors are searching for any trace of natural resources in a universe of barren moons, lit by the ghost light of vanished stars. One such moon holds a strange anomaly, an ocean of blood. You are a convict, tasked with exploring this anomaly, in a makeshift submarine nicknamed the Iron Lung. It was not designed for this depth, so you will be welded inside and the forward window will be closed. There was no time for training. If successful, you earn your freedom. Terrifying, but simple. Let's go.
Beginning your descent. Cruising depth in roughly 40 seconds. Stand by. I'm seeing some voltage irregularities in the instruments, so keep an eye out for sparks or flames or anything like that. Approaching maximum depth. The hull's feeling it, but it's still holding strong. Closing porthole shielding. We're starting to lose radio signal. You'll be at cruise depth soon, so refing and be careful. You're on your own. Good.
Okay, WADS to move, mouse 1 to interact, tab brings up the map, B for what's briefing. Okay, here we go. 2 weeks ago, we conducted an exploration of Moon 85 for the first time since the Quiet Rapture, leading to the discovery of a fourth blood ocean. A trench beneath the ocean's surface has several points of interest. Your task is to photograph these points of interest with the SM-13's forward camera. Photos must be taken within 2 units of the specified position and 10 degrees of the specified angle. You can also use the camera to help with navigation. Only photos taken at the specified points of interest will be saved. Since you can't navigate by sight, pay attention to your coordinates and consult the map. The proximity indicators next to the subcontrols will trigger if you get close to any obstacle. Good luck. Well, it sounds simple, but let's find out. There we go. So those must be my indicators. Where's my map? That's my map, and I'm assuming those are points of interest. Oh, it tells me the coordinates if I scroll over them. Okay, so A must be angle. X, Y is self-explanatory. Oh, excuse me. Let me just have a quick look around. So what else have we got in here? So what's that? Oh. Oh, this is not an expedition, it is an execution. When they put you in here, they don't want you to return, and even if you do, and even if they keep their promises, freedom waits for you. A few dying ships and a sea of dead stars. If there is still hope, it lies beyond the veil. Hope in this void as an illusionary as the starlight. I will choose to breathe my last here at the bottom of the ocean, unseen, unheard, and uncontrolled. They will get their execution. I will get my freedom. Yeah, don't like that. So what? Oh, that's what printed out. Okay. So that button there is my camera, and that's where it's going to show me the image. I don't know. We're looking at some kind of plant on the ocean floor. So these must be my angles. So by that arrow, one is due north by the look of it. So I'm facing north at coordinate 182.30 x 116.71. So 182 and 117 basically. No, wrong button. Let's say 182 is the x-axis, so 1 going along that line, 182, so that'd be 75, so we're around here, 182, and the y-axis is 116. Oh, flip, it's moved me already. I can't mark things. It'd be 182. Would be around there, I think. By 116 on the Y. Wait, I'm reading this the wrong way around, aren't I? 182, no I'm not. I'm being crazy. To 116. Am I like right in the toe of it here? From 117. I think I'm around here. So let's try moving ourselves to... If I move myself to kind of this line here, I'm kind of in line with the first point of interest, aren't I? So we want to try and, for our first port of call, get the damn thing to move to... I guess that would be... I haven't had to read these since school. So we want to be 200 by about 175. Yeah, let's see if that crashes into a wall. So I guess we're a bit closer. No, that's as close as I can get. Okay, that's... What's the other one do? Oh, down. Is it because I'm selected on that? How do I know which one's selected? I don't know. Oh, but... Oh, I'm not stationary while I do it. Ah, shit! Shit! I'm already terribly confused. I guess it's 'cause I've got to move them in unison, but I'm not sure how we change that top one. What am I pressing? How do I click that? There isn't any key. Okay, I'm not sure how we change. Is it clicking with a different button? No? Pressing any of these valves? Okay, I'm kind of confused, I must admit. Okay. Is there another way to look at the controls anywhere? just not sure how we change that top gauge. Because this one moves this thing. Like that. It's saying I'm dangerously close to a wall wherever I am, which I'm sure I am. No. How did I move the top one? Ah, it does move, it just moves at a different rate. Okay, we stopped the beeping. Where are we now? 182, 105. Right, let's see. Tab, 182. 182 is my x-axis. 50, 182. To 105. I think I've been going the wrong way. 105. Yeah, I wanted to be going forward. I think I want to adjust the angle slightly to be about there. So it's just understanding the controls. So I reckon we want to be at about 150 for the x-axis and like 200 for the y. So let's just shoot the y up and see what happens. I appreciate the fact it just told me it was saving. Okay, let's try 200 for the y. Oh, info is telling me the right ones are forward and back, the left turns the craft. I kind of got that info. Oh, turns the craft. Turn. Ah, I understand it now, info. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's how I get it to move faster or laterally. And I can just hold the button to go forward. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I understand now, info. Right, stop. Stop! Thank you. I just need voice commands on this ship and I'm alright. So, what are we now? 203 Y, 185 for X. Let's have a look. So, my Y would be 200. What did I say? 203, and it's the Y axis, so it's about there. And on the X, I'm 85. Oh, I wish it left my cursor where it was when I moved. But anyway, 285. So I'm kind of heading for this corner here. So I want to try and get it to about 200, 200. And then I also want to be kind of facing this way. Vaguely, about that should do it. So let's go. So being a bit cautious, but there, I think. That's the kind of cruising depth I want to be at. So now we want to move forward from there. So now we're moving along this lateral, so I want to try and get to 200. Let's see. So we want to be on about 200Y, 300X. So I think we're fairly safe. Let's hold it down. Not entirely strong. Fuck, 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 fuck. No, stop, stop! Right. So the bottom wall's getting close, so we want to recalibrate. So we're going up slightly to try and take us away from the bottom wall. I'm assuming that bleeping light's at the bottom because it means the bottom wall anyway. But let's proceed forward and see if it blimps faster. that's a good sign. Oh, is it speeding up again? No, it's gone. That's okay. Right, I might want to just calibrate down, I think. Let's see what that does. Be slightly cautious because I don't want to ram a wall on my first try. Well, now the up one's getting close. So let's go down a bit further to stay away from it. So we're almost at 300 where I wanted to be. But I wanted to be at 300 and I kind of wanted to be... I'm aiming for this point of interest here, so that's... Oh, it tells me 322186, so I am a bit high. So let's try adjusting my angle slightly. What's it say for angle? 33. Oh. Or not, but I can always turn myself around when I get there, I presume. As long as we can vaguely get there. It did say there was a margin of error, didn't it? Right, we're basically there to a margin of error. But then it said 33, which would be... I wonder if that's going to be close enough. Let's find out. I can't remember now what it said the margin of error was. Whoop, a bit high there. Yeah, let's go see that. I think we're vaguely there, but let's give it a try. Okay. Like standing stones? Is that right? Is that... I'm really not sure. 32286. I got the latitude totally wrong. Or longitude, whatever the Y is. So I guess we need to kind of move downwards. This might be a phenomenally bad idea, but let's try it. Did it say the number already? I really should write these down. 186, 186. I need to adjust that angle slightly for the longitude too. I need the longitude to come down. Can't remember which way we have to go to do that. Oh, there we are. Just finding the balance. Work on getting that one right down first. Am I going up? I'm going up. Right. No, that's going the wrong way. Oh, and I'm about to hit a wall. Really not sure where we are on the map now. I thought I had it then as well. Completely misread the map. Let's try and move away from that obstacle. It's getting faster, isn't it? That's not right. Okay, so we are now completely lost. isn't that fun? Let's try and get it back down. I need it under 200. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop that. Why was if I head straight towards it, I wonder? Okay, yeah, that's bad. Maybe heading straight towards the blinking light was a bad thing. I was just kind of curious what happened if you collided with it. What do I want to find out? Let's try going that way and see if that gets us less dead. No, no, more dead, more dead! We're about to hit a wall, aren't we? Okay, let's try the map. What? 53 by 217. No, I keep hitting that instead of the map. 53 by 217. 353. By 217. 217. I can't be reading that the right way around. X-axis. X is the 353. By 217. Oh, I see, I'm over here. 253. 217 will be about there. I'm sure I'm close to on that basis. Oh wait, up here. Oh my god, I've massively overshot that. Maybe I'm best crashing and just starting again. Let's just crash out, should we? Adventure time! Oh, I did get a Steam trophy for doing it, you might have seen there. Oh well, anyway, let's start again. Let's try that again. Yeah, we know, we know. And it's all better now, at least. Though only just.
Beginning your descent. Cruising depth in roughly 40 seconds. Stand by. I'm seeing some voltage irregularities in the instruments, so keep an eye out for sparks or flames or anything like that. Approaching maximum depth. The hull's feeling it, but it's still holding strong. Closing port hole shielding. We're starting to lose radio signal. You'll be at cruise depth soon, so refing and be careful. You're on your own. Good.
Okay, so we click the things we clicked last time. Not sure if we can do anything with that. Oh yes we can. The COI information terminal. This is a local database. Be sure to update before each descent. Last up to data today. 5384 query. Where am I? Unknown query. Oh. Unknown query. Right. Maybe that'll be useful one day. So yeah, that's what we saw before. That's the letter. Let's go. Right. This time with a pen and paper so I can write down numbers and not keep having to open the map over and over again. So, map. So I am going to still aim for 200-200 for my first attempt. Keep my bearing of just facing straight forward and see if that works. I think we're kind of in this toe, so I think I am going to need to go diagonal, but we will see. So let's just go. See how long it takes the light to start blinking. Wait, the orientation. If Y is barely moving, Y is moving but X is barely moving. So that means that that is actually facing the left. if I were to turn it... Of course, we don't know that we landed facing dead north. Let's try that. Well, okay. However, something is about to ram into us. Let's adjust. See what happens. Okay, that's blinking faster. Stop! Reassess. So we're at 198 and only 3 ways. So if we can figure out which way's to the side. So 198 is my x-axis, and the other one's 138. So 198. On the x, 138 on the y. So we're kind of in this corner. So we want to readjust really so we're heading north. And again, we're kind of assuming that we started facing north. So let's try and turn it back to absolute 0 if we can. Oh no, that's getting worse for some reason. Let's try heading in the opposite direction to the blinky light and see what happens. Okay, it likes that. Right, it's gone all together. My y-axis isn't climbing as fast as my x though. I kind of want it to. Still isn't climbing going that way. Let's try and make it climb so I can figure out what way I'm facing. So that's making my y go down, so that must be south. So to make my y climb, I would have to face it due north. It would make sense. So 0 must be north in that basis, which would make sense that 0 on my thing would be north. See, that's making y climb and not x. So yeah, that was a safe assumption, I feel. So again, now we want to kind of... I think we can afford to get a bit higher. When we get near 200, we're going to have to start moving laterally to get into that position I want to. It's a game about geometry, but now that wall's getting close. So let's readjust. Plan B. Start heading in this direction. So I reckon that would be east, which hopefully will move me away from that blinking wall. Yep. Plan's working. It's not exact, but we're almost... Whoa. We're almost at that 200 by 200 I want it to be. So next, map. So we're going to go for 200 to 300 next, and that should put us fairly near to our first point of interest. So 300 has to be therefore the x-axis. To be near 90 degrees. Whoa. Stop! Guess we're going up then. Whoa, that's the wrong way. Oh, let's just go up a little to stop that light blinking. On. I would like the light to stop blinking now. Alas, the light did not want to stop blinking. There we go. Light stopped blinking. Back to the plan of going down that tunnel. So I think we want to be at around 90-degree angle. That's how circles work, right? Oh fuck, now the roof! Okay, that noise is eerie and I don't like it. Anyone remember which one I was trying to get up? It was the X angle, wasn't it? Fucking tunnels! Oh, turning it the wrong way, that doesn't help. Try and get back to my nice, safe 90-degree angle again. I'll get to you eventually, 300. Oh, not today. Stop! Go down a bit. To be fair, I do need to go down a bit. Let's just head there now, because I needed that one to be more 200-ly. Wait, is that blinking faster? How are we closer to the north when I'm going down? It's getting faster. Okay, now I'm kind of lost. Where even are we on the map? Let's try that again. So 277 20y. So 277 x and 220y. Got it. 277 277 would be around there. And then 220y. Look at the y angle again, aren't I? 277 on the x. Along the bottom, X is across. There's 250, 277, and 230. Oh, I'm going to hit that, I see. So I do want to kind of go diagonally down. Which means I should be facing the right way to get away from that blinky light. It is slowing down. Right, again. And now to the left again. Whoops. Okay, I'm gonna learn the difference between left and right. That is actually right. The word I was looking for was right. I want to be more 90 degrees. Pivot! Pivot! Nearly there. Okay. You want to go down a little. So that'd be around 180, right? That's how circles work. Why can't caves have straight lines? No, I thought that would make my y-axis go down. Okay, let's try the opposite direction then. Sorry if you hear random thuds, my cats are being weirdos. Right, anyway. And the y-axis is still going up? What? I need my y-axis down, you motherfuckers! Is my ship actually upside down? $180. One day we'll see a point of interest. That's still going up. Okay, Info, I don't understand how directions work on this basis. But if you ever see my y-axis go down, do let me know. Okay, now we're facing the opposite direction, so theoretically it should go down. Is that going down? Yes, it is. Right. Perfect. Right, now it should go down without affecting the other. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Too far, too far! Up, up, up! Yeah, that's that eerie noise again. Right, that's close as I wanted to be to my checkpoint. So it's 322, and I'm going to write this one down so I don't keep having to look. 22. Y is 186, and angle is 033. Okay. So let's try the y-axis first. So 186. Since we're already on the y-axis, let's try that. See if we hit any walls. Let's hit a wall. Let's try moving the other way. Stopped. So we wanted 3. I should stop the time while I was checking that. 322 on this one. Nearly there. Toggle. Two. So that's perfect. Fuck, so I had to tap it again to be sure. Right, and then we want 186 on the other one. So that was when we had it. I think it was at the 360-degree angle that was turning. Keep pivoting! Do. So it was 186. It did say there was a margin of error, so that's okay. We'll get it a bit closer to 186. I'll do. And then it was 33 for the angle. Whoa, I've gone way too far. Okay, the angle's a bit more finicky. Thank you. Much stress. That should do it. Okay, it's just kind of some spiky stones if we did that correctly. Oh, that's nice. Yep, that counts. Hooray! We've figured out how to navigate. So, my next safe spot, I am going to try to get to about there, I think. And then we can work it out from there. So, that is going to be... If we head up first, so we'll head up to about where we are now. So we're staying on that line. We are trying to get up to the x-axis. No, y-axis. Y-axis of about 275. So I'll make a note of that. But otherwise stay in line. And I think we should be okay. So long as we stay straight. So I can't remember which way we were facing now. I think it might be 180 over here. So 180. And then we said y-axis 275 is what we're looking for. Is that going up or down? It's not 80, Kim. That's not 80 at all. So finicky. That'll do. 180. Is that going up or down? That's going down, I think. Yeah, that's going down. So it needed to be the other one. It was 360 was what I was looking for. So we want it on absolute 0 again. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Back we go. That should start shooting up. Again, we'll just be careful for walls. Wait, let me just stop my ascent. 175 was what I said. I think we can largely do it without hitting a wall. We shall see. Oh, there's a wall. I stand corrected. Let's just try to angle ourselves a bit to get away from that wall. See if that works. Slower. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop, stop, stop! Away from the wall a little bit. Always press the wrong button there. Well, so far not terrifying at least, guys. But then again, we've only got the first point of interest. There are many more to go. Starting to hate that wall. Right, there's my 7.5. So let's get the map back. Where is my other one? X-axis is about 350, let's say. So X is across, 350 across. So that's 350 there. And my Y-axis, I'm about 275. Yep, so I'm kind of in the middle here. So we need to head to 378. Sorry, as I write it down. 263 and 50 for the angle. Cool. Let's go. So it is 378. So we need to move across that way. Let's get 90 degrees. I did say 78, yep. Just reading my own notes. Oh, stop. 378. So what do we say for the other one? 263. So we do 1. Need to move down a little. Whoa, other way, Kim. We're almost there for the y-axis. See how close we can get it. 2631, that should do it. So if we turn, so my other one was 378. Whoa, 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 back a bit. 378, 263. Yeah, that's about right. So we need 50 on this one. Way too far again. I think it said I could be off by about 10. So that should do it. Let's take a picture. What we got now? So point of interest 2. More spiky things. And yep, that was it. So our third point of interest is all the way up here, which is going to be a bit of a dip to get to. So again, we're going to have to do this one in degrees, I think. But then we got this nice, safe, open space for the next couple after that. So there's that. So our next one, I think to get to my first point of interest, I'm going to try and get to, that would be 350x by 300y. Phew. So let's try that. I believe it checkpoints every time we get a point of interest, so at least if I smash the ship, it's not as detrimental anymore. I'd still rather not do it, but there's that. So let's go get that one in the top corner. Whoa, went a bit overboard there. Would it be technically underboard given I'm in a submarine? Who can say? We just... Whoa. Recalibrate. Let's try and move away from the wall a bit. Blinking faster. I think it might be. Better. What did I write on my notebook again? 300 for the Y and 350 for the X. So we'll deal with the Y first if I can. And they're both going down. We're heading in the right direction with both. I love the ambient underwater noises. That's kind of cool. Okay, so it's X. We just need to move a bit. Sorry, I have a calculator next to me. I was doing some brief maths. There's nothing like having to do maths for fun, is there? Right, anyway, let's go. So I said 350. So, whoa, stop. Bad submarine. So, 350 by 300. And if anyone has seen the Markiplier movie of this, do let me know. That's what it's like. I haven't seen that yet. I somewhat unwillingly returned to Silent Hill over that, and the rest, as they say, is history. So I am now here. I want to get to there. So I am going to try and be daring, I think. So this is a really awkward little turn. I want to get to 325 by 300. Yep. So I'm going to make a note of that. So that would be 325y, 300x. I don't think I can do it in one go, though, without crashing into a wall. So I am going to just go up to about, I think, 310y first. Am I still on y? No, I'm on the x-axis. So let's move to y. Try and remember which one moves me up. I think it's actually inverted to what I think it is, but I'm close to this one, so let's just test. That's going up, so I want to be about 310, I think, to be able to do this safely without smacking into a wall. Yeah, close enough for me. And then we are going to want to move the x-axis. That will be 80. Yep. I'm on 310 at the moment. I want to get to... Still not sure if I can do this in one, but that is 300, so let's go. Whoa, immediate blinky light, let's recalibrate a bit. Blinking faster, yes indeed it is. Let's overcompensate a bit more. Now it's blinking the other way. Gotta admit, that's about what I expected. Still blinking like crazy. Whoop. Wrong way. Both walls? Yeah, actually that would be about right. So let's head straight up from there. Straight in that. Okay, so at 307, 313. So basically 300, 300. Yeah, we do need to get up. We need to get up to about 325 now. Getting towards that open area, which we know. So if I can get to 325 by 300, so I want to be on about 325Y.
Oxygen notification.
What the fuck was that? Something made a noise. Is it something back? No idea what just spoke to me. Anyway, made me jump, so there's that. Oh, I said 325, didn't I? So that's 325 by 307, wrong button. I wish those weren't next to each other. 325 by 37 would be about there. So now we really want to make our diagonal, so we want 250. 9 is the X. So that's 406Y, 259X, and the angle is 296. It's a lot easier just to write this down, just for tips for anyone else playing this. So we want to go up to 406 for the Y, and hopefully we won't. Oh, coming a bit close to that wall. Stop, stop, stop. Let's angle it slightly. Is that blinking faster? It bloody is, isn't it? Right. Why? Why are you blinking faster? Where even am I? Okay, 340 and 306. I think we're close to that, so I want to inch over a bit close. Okay, let's try and sort out my y-axis first, my x-axis even first. How far did I actually need to be in that? I can't even read my own handwriting. God damn it, Kim. 259. Be in the right place for that. Let's see how close to it we can get now. We might need to move up a bit first. Whoa. Stop, stop! Okay. 406 we need to be at. We're getting there. Nearly at 406. Play this game, definitely play it with headphones on like I am. Just because the ambient noises, it does just sound like there are things kind of moving around you. It's actually really effective. Oh, whoa, whoa, overshot. So it was 406 we needed to be at. Let's back down just slightly. It's 406 by 2. We just need to move. So he was 359, I think we said. So we do need to just 359. Move to that side a bit. Close up should do it. So 359. Oh, too far. That was me not paying attention. Back up. Alright, there we go. And the angle was 296, so we're nearly there. Other way. We'll hopefully do it. Let's see. Kind of worms? Okay, that's a tad upsetting, and I also don't like the fact that the boat seems to be dripping. Was that it? Yep, done it. Cool. I guess let's try going over the top then. That might be the easiest. So we want to try and get to first. That would be about 475 on the y-axis. And on the x-axis we are looking at about 300. So 300, 475, 300x, 475y, so I don't have to keep toggling the map. So let's try, see what we can do. Try and get that back to 90. Way. Now. Stop. So it's the y-axis. So what did I say? I said 37. No, I didn't. I said 300 and 475. So we want to go up on that basis. Blinking fast. Stop! Why is that blinking faster? Let's try and move away from it a bit. Slowing down. Yeah. Let's get back on track. Whoops. Oh. I wish I could just control those with buttons. That would make life a bit easier. Anyway. What? Did I write down my directions wrong? I saw this 475. Did I mean 475? No, I did not. Stupid Kim. So we want to be... Yes, I did mean 475. I knew what I meant. Maybe that's slightly high. Let's try 450 instead then. Or 460? 430 though, and it says I'm going to hit the roof. Oh, I am reading it wrong. Stupid Kim. So I do want to be about 430-ish. And we want to be on an x-axis of about 300. So I am about where I wanted to be fair. So let's try going. It says I'm going to hit the roof though. So let's try going on a long ways. A bit. So that's 435 by 300. That's about where I wanted to be. So I am trying to get into this horribly narrow little gap here. This is going to stress me out no end. So I am trying to reach about, what's that, about 435 by about 350. So let's just move ourselves. So we're only really moving sidewards. Try that again. Okay, I need to be up a little bit more. We don't want to go too nuts, so we're just going to hit the top. Let's take this carefully. Okay, I think that's going a bit faster than I would like. Let's try and get a bit nearer the top. Was I actually aiming for? So I wanted to be 425 by 350. What am I now? Not near there. God, I hate this corridor. Okay, so that's 437 by 348. 348 is the X. So 348 would be around this line. And 4. I am in my narrow corridor, aren't I? 437 would be around there. Yeah, I am wanting to flip down. Fuck you, wall. This is going to be it the rest of my life, navigating through this little strait, isn't it? Oh, if only there was a teleport option. Stop blinking faster. Okay, where actually are we? 400Y. 400Y by 375X. 400 by 375. Kind of in this grim, bleak area. I think we pretty much want to head straight down. I'd like that light to stop blinking first, if it wouldn't mind. Would you kindly stop blinking? For good measure. And then we will try 180-ish. And I just want to go straight down until we get to about 325 on the Y. Oh, fuck already? No! Stop! God, I hate you so much. The moment where you feel like the game actually hates you. Right. Come on. Stop, stop, stop. Back up. And the other way. Okay, with 325. X is 385 though. What's 385? 385. Ah, we're about where I want to be, I think. Yes. Okay, my next one I am going to try and get to. So we want to be about 325 on the y-axis, but I'm going to go for about 550 on the x. So let's hope we're where I think I am. Let's get to a good old-fashioned 90-degree angle, and just adjust as necessary. I'm starting to feel like I've got the hang of these directions now. We'll just say I saw people on Steam in particular saying that they gave up after a little while because they couldn't get the knack of it. It just takes a bit of practice. Whoop. Angle up a bit, or no, that's not up. I don't like whatever hiss. Whoop. I think we're just in that little narrow straight now, which is why it's scary as. Let's try to get a nice, safe 90-degree angle to get through it. Should open out in a minute for where I think we are on the map. There we go. So what did I say for the X angle? I said we wanted to be at about X angle of 550, didn't I? So let's just zip straight across. I think we're fairly safe unless the game's about to give me a heart attack. I don't know what that was, and I'm scared. Because there's nothing on my map, but it just started blinking like I was about to hit something. That's horrible. Okay, that's 550. So to get to my next point of interest, it is, and I don't think there's much I can run into at least, X 560, Y 277, A 043. Okay, so let's go. So we'll do a 560 first because that's easy, we're nearly there. $560, cool. And it was 277, so we need to go down quite a lot. I don't know what I'm doing. It's 180 we need to be at. Fuck's sake. Him. What did I just say? 277. I don't think there should be anything there on the map. Just orientate and try and have a look with the photography thing, I guess. But do we want to? Kind of look like there's something there. Oh, the steam coming out of my boat. Can I turn a valve or anything? No, I think it's just ambient steam. Oh well. Anyway, let's try and avoid whatever that is. We're going slightly in the other way. So what was my Y? My Y was 277. Might just have to just recalibrate the X when we get down there then. It's a long way away. But we're nearly there. 277. Whoa, too far. God, I got distracted there. So, 277. 277, back the other way. Two 777, and the x-axis is 560. So no more that way. Not really working. 70 was what I was thinking. Anyway, so we need to be at 560. And I just need to sort out my y-axis again. Oh, have I gone too far? Yes, I have. Moron. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, 560, 277. We are more or less there. sure we're close enough. I've just got to swing my camera around. And my camera had to be at 43. 43. There we go. Right, next picture. That I don't like. That I don't like at all. If we're all looking at the gaping anglerfish mouth in the back of the picture. Yeah, that's the next location, I think. So the next one is X613. Oh, I should write these down, shouldn't I? Smart, Kim, smart. Where was it? X613, Y197, A055. Yep, okay. So let's again try and do the x-axis first, unless we hit anything. So this one is 613. Get me 90-degree angle back. There we go. Let's move away from the giant fish creature. 613. Yep, don't like that noise. Yeah, 613. And it was 197 for the Y. I don't like that you're saving it, game. Whoa, too far. Overshot it. Overshot it again. Oh, going the wrong way. 197. Nope. 197. Info's been taken of the pic. The pic of what? What info? What did I miss? Let's get my angle of 97. Oh, info saying that if we'd taken the previous photo, something would have been missing. Oh no, I don't like the sound of that. But anyway, I'll bear that in mind next time I see a horrible fish creature. 55. It was not 97. What am I doing? 55. 55. This should be our next picture. What we got? Ah, I've got a trophy called Not a Whale. No, that is not a whale. I know that shot. That's quite a famous screen cap that you always see when you look up things from this game. Interesting. So we've seen a not whale and a horrifying fish monster to know. So our map. So I guess our next point of interest is going to be this slightly awkward one to get to. So I think first we will aim to get to Let's try for that one. So that's x-axis 750, y-axis 250. Whoa, why am I doing it that way? Stupid Kim. X-axis 750. Let's get that one first. Okay, 750. That's not a good sound. Nor is the dripping. Okay, we're nearly at the right x-axis. Whoa, 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 back a bit. Right, what did I say? Y-axis, I wasn't paying attention. X-axis 750. Y-axis 250. Okay. So that's a bigger number, so we want to head up. So that's roughly where I want it to be. And now, so we should be around there. So we just want to keep going up till we're on about 260, 270, I think, on the y-axis. And then we're just going to try and start inching our way crosswise and diagonally up. So let's just to about there. So then I'm just going to head straight, like about that angle, and we'll just go slow and we'll adjust the walls accordingly. Like that one. So I'll angle down a bit to avoid that wall. Right thing. Look, now there's one in front of us. I think where we'd be, that there'd be a wall in front of us as well. Other than from, actually might be our little straight that we've got to try and inch through. So 263, x750, x750. God, this is stressful. Bit steadier. Well, 90-degree angle never fails, unless it's about to smash me into a wall. bottom one's blinking. It's still blinking. Down a little now. Worry that top one. I think we've done it. I think we're out in open water now. Or open-ish water at least. So let's try to get to 850x by 300y. So 300y, get back up to 0. Not looking forward to going back through that little strait in a minute to get out of here. This secret, not secret, this point of interest better be worth it. Whoop. Where am I heading? Can't remember now. Did I say 300y it was, wasn't it? Shit, wasn't paying attention to what I was saying. Y-ish, that'll do for now. 850 yet. So about where we are there, and so it should be a clean shot. So let's write down the actual grid coordinates again. So it's 864, y is 258, a is 209. Okay, we should be able to do this. So we are doing, still facing the x-axis at the moment, so that's 864. Too far. Right, not bad. And then we are going Y258, so we want to go down. Yeah, close enough. Wait, am I going the wrong way? I am. Because it was 258. I'm still going the wrong way. Kim, what the fuck are you doing? Right, 258. That way. And what was my other one? 864, so we have got a bit offline. That. Basically there, and it was 209. The angle. Too far there. Given all the blinky lights, I'm not sure I want to see this, but let's go find out. Oh no, it's like a building with like a fallen pillar and some windows. Okay, that's not what we were expecting to see. But we really had any expectations. So anyway, let's check the map again. It's blinking like mad because we are heading there. We've got to try and get back out to where we were before because our next point of interest is up there. So I think that's where we've really got to be. If only there was a fast travel method. But anyway, let's go. Let's try and get back up to... What was that one? That was 850x by 300y again. So let's first off turn ourselves around so we don't crash into a wall. Way too far. Need to recalibrate a bit. I said 850x 300y. Whoops. It's x we kind of need therefore. Go more that way. Close enough for me. So now I need to try and get to about 800x by about 250y. So again, let's try for the x first. Say 200y or 250, I can't remember. Oh, about 275y more. Oh, going the wrong way, that's why. Other way, we are going to have to make our way in reverse through that horribly, scarily narrow passage. Getting a bit too close to that lower edge. No, 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 that way. Too much for my liking. I do not like this bit. I also do not like that. If we're in a submarine at the bottom of a river or a sea of blood, I don't want it to be springing leaks and spraying me with steam and everything else. Okay, I think we may be through the horrible little pass now. So let... aim for 600 by 200. Let's go x-axis first now, I'm thinking about it. Shit! Sorry. Something slammed me from the side if you missed it there, and I panicked and opened the map. I just might take a picture. Ah, it's fine. Nothing's out there. It's fine. Absolutely fine. That didn't give me 10 consecutive. Going. Anyway, I was heading to here. So that's 600x by 200y. I'm totally going the wrong way. Sure 200 was what I meant? Yeah, this'll do anyway. Right, so my next point I want to get to is I'm going to go for about... That would be... about 560x to 350y. So let's do the y first. My train of thought. Right, so it was 350y to about... I'm going to write that down because I'll forget again. Y 350 to x about 560. Say. Way. Let's do it so I'm the right orientation so I don't confuse myself. Bin that sub. Okay, let's go. Floor it! That's what SpongeBob would say. Right, 350. Nearly there. 350, and I said x-axis of 560, so I'm not far out. Okay, that'll do. So we should be 350 by 560 around here. So we want to head dead north until we reach about 500y. Help if we're actually facing the right way. 500y. We want to keep it straight as we can. We're only going to deviate if we're going to clip the walls. Ourselves slightly to try. Whoa. Okay. Angle ourselves a bit more. Yeah, we can slide down. Okay, that was something horrifying moving next to me. If you heard it screech. Once. Like scraggly tree things on the bottom. Y500, about 580. Oh, we're getting near it. Okay, so our next point of interest that we can start moving towards is X623, Y520, A063. So let's go. Let me get the y-axis right first. It's Y520. Very close to that. The x-axis was 622. Bad. 622, and we'll try not to smack the wall. This again is very close to a wall, this one. That's perfect. And 063 for our direction. Hopefully we'll have less giant fish creatures this time. As close as we can. 6-3, perfect. Let's go. Picture time. It's fine. Yay, more giant monster bones. Okay, so that's that one. So now we got to figure out how to get up to that top area on the map. So, me feeling is probably these kind of bubbly areas are actually secret passages. See, that one kind of looks maybe tunnelish. So I think we should try that. Of course, some of these areas could be as well. I'm not 100%. We could always try and use the camera, I guess, to photograph it when we get near. It might work. Yeah, I'm not sure which one we go for first is the only thing. Because I'm guessing we could have come that way as well, looking at the shape of the thing. But anyway, let us try. There is this area directly north of us. That's worth a shot, maybe? Because then we're nearer to this point of interest. So let's try that one then first. So I guess we want to be kind of this area. So what's that? That's about 550 on the y-axis by about 650 on the x. If we smack into a wall, at least it's just quick saved. I mean, I've already forgotten what I said. So, 550 y to 650 x. Let's go. Back a bit. So that's my 650-ish on the x-axis. We just need to do the y. Get a bit closer. Right. Also forward if we're to take a picture and see what's ahead. Maybe we're wrong about this. blinking light ahead. Yeah, see, that just looks dead-endy, doesn't it? So, okay. Maybe... that, therefore, is not a way through. Alright, what about that, this other end then? So let's try and get back to... no, let's back up a bit though. Until the light stops blinking and head in the opposite direction. Let's see if we can go the other way. I know you don't like it. So I want to get to about 400-ish on the X. Will we try this? Slow. 400, come on! Maybe a bit nervous about smacking into the lower wall, so I'm just going to recalibrate slightly. Right, 400. There's that lower wall I was worried about. Come on. Just move you away from the wall then. Right, and now continuing, because we still have to move about 80 degrees. God damn you, lower wall. Actually. Well, we're so close.
Oxygen notification.
Okay. My oxygen is starting to lower. I don't like that. Oxygen, you know, to breathe and stuff. Right. So, we are now around 400 on the x-axis. Whip. So we need to be about 350 on the x-axis, I think. And then maybe about 550 on the y. So 350. Moving forward for now. Did just save it, which hopefully means I'm on the right track. Again, there's something right ahead of me though. Like walls? Okay, I'll view this map again because I can't see how we get into that top portion of the map. Oh, there's got to be a way. I thought this was like a corridor. would mean that we'd be travelling straight pretty much from... Line the lines up. At 345. No, further than that. 375 on the x-axis. So let's get the x-axis a bit further. You shout if I'm completely on the wrong track, Info. You seem to know what you're doing. Why isn't the x-axis moving? Oh, because I'm not actually moving the ship. Doy. See, now they're showing nothing ahead of me. So is that my gap? Info says he only knows the game to a point. Oh, fair enough. The wall ahead of me just seems to have totally vanished. We found a tunnel? Yeah, see, that doesn't... To me, that look... We're kind of going through a tunnel. I might have hit the nail on the head here. Especially if we can just make a beeline to that. So let's go. Let's risk it. No, sidewall. Not today. Yeah, see, the way they're on both sides of me, I'd say we're in a tunnel now. I think both those lights are going to vanish shortly. We're just in a really tight tunnel. Smacked a wall by now if this wasn't a tunnel. Yeah, one's vanished. And both's vanished. I think I was right. Hooray! Right, let's try and get to that one now. So, X is 325. Y is 741. A is 018. That's a 0, Kim, not a 6. So we want Y741. Ripping is not the noise you want to hear when you're in the welded into a submarine at the bottom of a sea of blood, is it now? What was it? 741. Oh my god! Fire! Shit! Ah! Just thought the light levels had changed. Come on! Stop being on fire! Yeah, I'm trying! I'm trying! It's quite a large amount of fire. Okay, I think we've stopped the fire. How's that side looking? Dark and unpleasant. Good to know. Making me wonder if I should have been pulling more valves when things were going wrong. If there's anything I can enter into this thing that'll tell me stuff, never mind. Anyway, no, I didn't mean to click you again. Let's get back. So it was 741 anyway. x-axis. Looks 325. Let's try moving that then. Yeah, don't like saving. Three, 2, 5, and it was 741, so we just need to go north a bit. Oh, too far. 741. And the angle was 18. Wait, I'll do photograph. I'm not sure. Crab legs, maybe? Okay, that should be another one. Yep. So, which horrifyingly hard point of interest should I go to first? I feel it should be this one. It's a bit closer. So, fucking hell, getting to that looks nightmarish. But anyway, let's try. So, it is... Let's try and get back down to this point so we can realign ourselves. So I am going to go slightly higher than that point actually. So I'm going to say we need to be at 300x, which I will write down on my growing list of these. So 300x versus about 660, shall we say? Y? Yeah, that feels like a good number. So escape. So let's get our angle a bit better, because we need to be really lined up well for this next intensely stressful bit. So let's get back to about 660Y. There shouldn't be any obstacles unless our giant fish friend is about to ram us again. Anglerfish are one of my favorite things ever, and I feel bad. I feel, targeted, given how much I love them. I even have a necklace with an anglerfish on that I kind of wear all the time. They're one of my favorite creatures. They are so fecking cool. But anyway, 660 and 300. There. Come on, 270. Why are you always so hard to hit? So we have to be fairly precise for this bit. So I said 300. Right. Now for the hard part. No, I don't want to quit the game. Wrong button as always. So we are going to try and just go straight, and we will just re-angle ourselves if we're going to hit a wall, but this last little bit looks hellish. So we're just going to have to be a bit careful. Let's get myself as straight as can be. That'll do. Yep, thanks saving. Let's just angle ourselves down slightly. But we can't angle by much because the other one's going to start blinking in a second. There it is. 200. We're gonna have to start angling down. It's actually more forgiving than I thought it would be. Getting there, so now I think what we need is a fairly sharp angle. We are trying to get to, just so I have the coordinates down, 180 x 576 y and 184 a to see whatever is in this murder corridor. Fire, is it before we start? No. What's my way angle again? 5-7. Why is the one I'm most concerned with? Like how everything seems to be going wobbly. Oh, it's some location isn't it? Doesn't seem to be anything about that. 5-7. 5-7-5. Was that it? No, 5-7-6. So there, our longitude was 180. Whoa, too far. Right, and my angle was 184. It was so hard to get down this little alleyway. I hope the fish is bad, to be honest, but here we go. I just got a trophy called question mark. That's not comforting. Right, what haven't we seen yet? There's only one location on the map. Unfortunately, we've got to get back up the fucking Ginnel to get to it. So, let's try and get back to... That one is 650Y. And it is... Sorry, let's say 660Y again. And it's on the 200X. So let's just try to get to that one first. So let's spin ourselves around. I don't think our old sub is going to last much longer after all. But it does. I can only see one more point of interest on the map. So away we go. didn't like that. Kim's going to take a picture. It's fine, nothing's out there, we're good. Hooray! Okay, let's hit a wall. We're going to save my two distances. 6, 60 and 200. So we need to be a bit further over this way. X 300 now. Where am I? 6. X is 300. X 300. Oh, have I made it through? 675, 300. I think I'm through. Okay, then I am going to try and make it to this one, which is 700Y. And what line's that? 450X. Right. Oh, fuck. And I immediately pressed the wrong control. Because I've been playing this game for over an hour now, and I still have not learnt. Whoa, over 2 hours now and still haven't learnt. There you go. Say that was 700 and 400. Okay, still not quite there then. What's about the 400? Oh, it's stop. There we are, close enough. So we need to just whoop, way round, get back to absolute 0. Just inch ourselves up slightly. Close enough. So now we're going to try and head down this little corridor. So we are aiming to get to about 575 on the x-axis. We'll just have to adjust the course as necessary as we go. Start straight at least. Do. Out of morbid curiosity, what is immediately in front of me? Oh, holy fuck. Nothing's there, we're fine. Creep. heading for. So we are aiming for about 700 on the y-axis, and about 575 on the x.
Oxygen notification.
Yeah, that's not cup of tea either. 575. Okay, we can just get to the last point of interest, because I'm not sure if this is on a timer. Whoop, stop. River of Blood. I think we're filling up. Yep, okay. Right. So we want to get up. What about when we start seeing the wall? Way we can stop the leak or anything. So panic a bit now, but anyway, so I am aiming for about 575 and about 600. That's definitely getting bigger, isn't it? 575. For 675820. See what we can do. Sure, that's getting higher. That one at least. Whoop. 675. Let's head northwards. Oh, put it out. Come on, 820. Let's say, what was it? 828. So close. And the other one was 675 and 295. 675. I don't think that water level's going any higher, so it must be waiting for me. Too far. 6. And the other one was 295. scare was great. Yeah. Yep, anyway. So, that was Iron Lung as requested, and as topical. I do kind of want to see. Oh, we got something new. The expedition ultimately raised more questions than answers. Satellite images showed pieces of the SM-13 scattered all over the bottom of the trench, as though it had been torn apart by some huge beast. The wreckage cannot be reached at this time. No photographs have been recovered. The stars shine pale as bones. The moon is a lifeless corpse, its ocean a gaping wound. The universe, what's left of it, is dying. But somewhere in the void, there must be hope. I think that's fading away. Is that it now? Please, no more fish scares. Trophy beyond the veil. You finished the game. At what cost? But anyway, so that was Iron Lung, and I do really want to see the film now. That was quite something, really. But anyway, I'm Pick more Adverse Camber 42, and I did all my introduction at the start, so I'm not going to bore you again. If you'd like to see more stuff like this, please recommend it to me. I'm totally game to play. I did actually more saw them in the sale. I do have Mouthwashing to play, and I have Dead Lantern Department, which someone else told me I'd enjoy. So maybe we'll slip them in to the Sunday stream when we've finished the Wolf Among Us, which should be next Sunday, I believe. I think we've only got one more chapter to go. But anyway, as I said, that's it for tonight. Again, I'll be back tomorrow, 8 PM GMT, for some nice, comparatively relaxing Black Myth Wukong. So, I hope you enjoyed me. Executive Hub. Night, everyone. I've got to try and sleep now. Yay. Bye.